everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial, I will be showing you how to do this beautiful mosaic stitch. This stitch is ideal for blankets, scarves, afghan. I guess anything that is rectangular or squared would look very nice in this stitch. For this demonstration, I have made just a little tea towel, just so you get an idea of what it looks like. And if that is something that you are interested in seeing, please keep watching and we'll get right into the video. For this project, I am using Bernat Handicrafters and I will be using 2 different shades of brown. I will also be using my 4mm crochet hook. So this project is worked in multiples of 4 plus 2. Okay, and I will start with my darker brown as my first color. All right, so I have gone ahead and chained 34 chains, and then I'm just going to add 2. Put my finger right on the last one and add 2 more chains to make 36. Okay, and in that chain where my finger is, so the 3rd chain from the hook, I'm going to put 1 half double crochet. All right, and then 1 half double crochet in every stitch across. All right, so for row 1, it's just 1 half double crochet in each stitch across. So go ahead and finish row 1 and then we will move on to row 2. Okay, so coming up to the end of row 1, putting my last half double crochet. Now chain 2, turn, and in that very first stitch, we're going to put 1 half double crochet and then 1 half double crochet in every stitch all the way across. So row 1 and 2 is pretty much the same. So just 1 half double crochet in every stitch across. All right, so go ahead and finish row 2 and I will meet you at the very last stitch where we will switch to our second color. So just keep going, 1 half double crochet all the way across to the very last stitch, and then we will move on from that point. Okay, so coming up to the end of row 2, so I will wrap my yarn around my hook, go into the very last stitch, like so. Hook the yarn, pull through and pull up like this, and now I will grab my second color. I'll start with a loop. Oops. And I will use that to pull through the 3 loops that were on my hook. So now with my second color, I am going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and turn. Now we will make sure to carry this first color as we work. So what I mean is you're going to bring it behind your work like so, and you're going to pretty much crochet over it on top of your stitches as you go. All right, so what I mean is, okay, so that very first stitch right there, we're going to put 1 half double crochet. Make sure your first color, or color number 1, is on top. So we're crocheting into the stitch, but also over the yarn as we go. So we're going to make 1 half double crochet in the first stitch, 1 half double crochet in the second stitch, 1 half double crochet into the third stitch, and you are working over your color number 1 as you go. See, it's right here. Okay, and now for the 4th stitch, we are not going to work into the top one. We are going to go down here to row 1. So if you don't know where your 4th stitch is, you're going to count 4 from row 1. You go down here and you count 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will be this stitch right here. Okay, and we're going to work a front post double crochet into this stitch. So you wrap your yarn around your hook like that, enter the stitch from the front, hook the yarn, pull through and pull up, hook the yarn, pull through 2 loops, hook the yarn, pull through 2 loops, just like so. Okay, so that was our 4th stitch right there. So we're not going to work in the 4th stitch up here. We're going to move over to the next one and work 1 half double crochet into that 5th stitch, which will now become our number 1, then 2, then 3. So what it is 3 half double crochets, then a front post double crochet into the 4th stitch of the previous round, then 3 half double crochets, and then when we get to number 4 again, we're going to skip the 4th stitch and move down to the row below, and that's where we're going to work our front post double crochet, if that makes sense. And we're not going to go back and work into this 4th stitch. We're going to skip it, the one at the top. We're going to skip that, move over to the next, and work 1 half double crochet, then 1 half double crochet, then another 1 half double crochet. So it's 3 half double crochet between each front post double crochet. So again, we get to the 4th stitch, we're skipping the stitch that's right on top, and we're going to the 4th one below, right down here of row 1, and that's where we're working our front post double crochet, just like so. And again, skip the stitch that is number 4 up here, move over, and we're working 1 half double crochet in the next 3 stitches, and 3, and again the 4th one, we're skipping the top stitch, moving down to row 1 and working a front post double crochet around that stitch. Then move over and work 3 half double crochets, 1 in each of the next 3 stitches. Then number 4 will be our front post double crochet, which is worked around the stitch below from row 1. Okay, so that is it for this row 3. So go ahead and complete row 3 with your 3 half double crochets, then 1 front post double crochet in the row below. All right, so coming up to the end of row 3, after your last 3 half double crochets, you should have 2 spaces remaining. So you're going to work your 4th stitch, which is the front post double crochet, and then 1 half double crochet into the top of that chain 2 space to complete this round. Oops. At this point, we will switch back to color number 1. So I'll wrap my yarn around the hook, go into the stitch, hook the yarn, pull through, pull up 3 loops, then pick up color number 1 and pull through. All right, now for row number 4, we are going to start with a chain 2. 1 and 2, turn your work around, and again we are carrying our previous color. So color number 2, you're carrying it as you work. So for this row, we're going to start with 1 half double crochet in the very first stitch, just like so, and then 1 half double crochet in every stitch across, making sure you are working over your color 2 as you go along. All right, so this row is pretty simple, just 1 half double crochet in every stitch across. All right, so go ahead and complete row number 4, and then I will meet you at the end of this row and we will move on. All right, so coming up to the end of row 4, one thing I had forgot to mention is before doing your very last stitch, you want to, the color that you are carrying, you just want to give it a little tug to make sure it's not bundled up in your work. So you just want to pull it, give it a little tug. All right, and then work your very last half double crochet into the top of that chain 2. Wrap your yarn, pull through with your 3 loops on, then you would pick up color number 2 and pull through with that. Okay, so row number 5, chain 2, turn. So row number 5 is going to be the same as row number 3, but a little bit opposite. Okay, so see, for row number 3, we started with 3 half double crochet, then our little spike, and then we ended with spike, then 1 half double crochet. So for row number 5, we're doing the opposite. We're going to start with 1 half double crochet, then a spike, then go back to doing 3 half double crochets between each spike, and then at the end we'll end with 3 half double crochet. What I mean is, okay, so let me pick up my color number 1. So down here we started with 3 half double crochets before we did the spike. So that's row 3. For row 5, we're going to start with 1 half double crochet. Then in the very next stitch, we're going to work our spike. So for stitch number 2, we're not going to work in the top. We're going to move down to the our second stitch of this row. So we're picking up the same color from row 3, and we're working our 1 double crochet. Okay, now we go back to working 3 half double crochets, then our next spike. And don't forget to carry your color number 1 as you work. So that's 2 and 3. So this is number 4. We're moving down and picking up this stitch. So the stitch that we're picking up, you know, will be, there's 3 stitches in between these 2 spikes, so it will be the middle one. So that will give you a bit of perspective. So you pick up the middle stitch, that will be your 4th stitch. All right, and now you work 3 half double crochets, 1, 2, 3, which brings us to our 4th, and we move down, and it's going to be the center of the 3 half double crochets from row 3. And you put your 1 front post double crochet. So that is basically it. So again, move over and you're working your 3 half double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. And for the 4th one, move down to the center stitch there and work your front post double crochet, and then continue 3 half double crochets, 1, 2, and 3, and then the front post goes between in that center stitch. Okay, and that will be the repeat for this row. So you will just go ahead and follow this pattern, and at the end, when you put your last front post double crochet into this 3rd stitch, then you go ahead and work the last 3 1 2 3 half double crochets to end that round. And then after that, you will pick up your color number 1 and work half double crochets across, and then you go back to repeating rows 3, 4, 5, what is this? 3, 4, and 5. So you'll repeat row 3, 4, and 5 over and over until you have the desired length of your project. All right, so I am going to go ahead and finish this dishcloth, and then I will come back and show you what my finished product looks like. All right, so keep going and I will meet you at that point. All right, guys, so I have completed my dish towel, and this is what it looks like at this point. And I have ended on a row of half double crochet. So what I'm going to do now is I want to create a border around the work so it looks a little bit more neat. So I finished my first row of half double crochet. So what I'm going to do is work one row of half double crochet down this side, and I will not be working over my color number 2. I'll just leave it right here, and I'll work in each space along the side 1 half double crochet. So wherever there's a stitch or a space, some of them are a little bit tight, but I'll try to work one half double crochet into each space along this side. So if you made a blanket or a scarf or anything rectangular or square similar to this, then you may want to do something like this around the edge to kind of make the work, I guess, a little bit more neat, the finished product. Okay, so just keep going. 1 half double crochet in each space all along the side of the towel or blanket, whatever it is that you're making. Okay, so keep going, and then I will meet you when I get down to this point, and then we will move on. All right, so I've gotten to the end of this row. So into the very last stitch down here, I'm just going to put 1 slip stitch, just like so. Then I'm going to chain 1, actually chain 2, and turn my work. So now I'm going to be working a second row of half double crochet along this side, just so that this side, just so that all the sides match up. So down here we have the 2 rows of dark brown. So on this side I want to make sure it's even, so I'm going to do another row of half double crochet going back in the same direction I came. So I'm just working over the half double crochets I just worked coming down. All right, so just like that. And then I'm just going to work that all the way around, back up to the top. So all the way around and back up to the top where I began. Go across for a second row of half double crochet, go down this side with a row of half double crochet, then back up with another row, just to give it some sort of structure around the square. All right, so I'll go ahead and do that, and then I will meet you at the end of this project. All right, guys, so I have gone around the perimeter of this tea towel, dishcloth, tea towel, whatever you call it, and this is my finished product. All right, so now basically I'm just going to cut off my tail, weave in all my ends. I still have this to cut off. I'm just going to cut it off and weave in my ends. And that will be it for this project. All right, if you've made it this far, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in another video. Bye.